Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Here's your daily technical analysis of stock index futures. I'll start with UK FTSE futures. A lower but indecisive spinning top yesterday. The low of the day was, interestingly, supported by the short moving average, currently 71.44, whilst the high stopped at the 72.50 area for no other reason I can see at this time other than it was a round number. The next resistance of note is the declining short medium moving average, currently 72.76. The open and close were interesting in themselves as they were either side of the 50% Fibonacci line, the July 2021 to June 2022 move at 7200. The current situation still leaves us with a small double bottom formed over the last 3 weeks or so. This gives us a primary target X4 for this pattern in the 73.93 area and a secondary target X5 in the 74.34 area. Looking below, we still have the two 50% Fibonacci lines, the recent one at 71.84 and the July 2021 to June 2022 move at 7200. All this threatens the targets below for the earlier pattern I'd highlighted, the big March to early June ascending triangle. Our primary target X for this would be in the 66.58 area, with a secondary harder to get target X1 in the 63.80 area. There's also a double top formation, even Eve type, formed from March through to June. This has a harder to get secondary target X3 in the 66.35 area. As I said, all these below are now threatened. So far today, well, a higher open and a small attempt further up, but the market seems reluctant to test the overhead declining short medium moving average. And we're looking like an indecisive doji cross right now. German DAX futures. An indecisive doji cross yesterday with the tail and tongue caught in support and resistance. Topside resistance was the February 2021 low at 13,356 and to a lesser degree the 2021 low at 13,300. Below, the support was the 61.8% Fibonacci line of the big older March 2020 to November 2021 move at 13,115. All these moves have made, much as in the FTSE futures, the action over the last 3 weeks or so look like a possible small double bottom. Thus, a primary target for this pattern would be in the 13,430 area, with a secondary harder to reach target X in the 13,585 area. Now, you may ask, why haven't I given a target designation to the primary target? Well, the primary target was achieved last Wednesday. All this action continues to counter the idea of the last 3 or 4 weeks being a possible bear flag type action, and most definitely starts to also counter last month's monthly key reversal down. However, one pattern it does support is my question as to whether the February to date action may be a possible very large double bottom. Now, so far today, nothing that much, just a move up to the 2021 low. Beyond the February high, the next resistance is the slowly declining short medium moving average, currently at 13,519. USE Mini S&P futures. Third bullish white soldier yesterday, and a significant one, as it was the first move above the declining short medium moving average, currently at 39.79, since mid-April, and also the first close above the short medium moving average since early April. It was also the second consecutive close over the February 2021 high at 39.59. The market is now clear of the upper tine, currently at 38.78, of the January to March bearish Andrews pitchfork, but I've kept the tine on here and will do so until at least mid-August. The reason is related to the broken bearish shift pitchfork pattern for the same period. At the moment, the market is in between the lower tine, currently at 37.80, and the middle tine, currently at 40.79 of this second pattern. But please remember the tine crossovers of these two pitchforks back in mid-May and then again in early June. Then perhaps you'll see why the echo of these broken patterns still resonates. I'd highlighted with red circles the earlier crossover of times from these two pitchforks. Back then you could expect periods of volatility, a change of trend, or a reinforcement of a trend. Now, if we look ahead, we can see the next crossover, indeed the last crossover of these two patterns, should they not be usurped by some other pattern or action in the meantime will be on the 12th of August. There is one other pattern formed over here that has been over the last 3 weeks, inspired by the DAX and FTSE patterns. Is a small double bottom type action. This has a potential primary target X in the 4052 area, a harder to achieve secondary target X2 in the 4100 area. On the way up there is some combined Fibonacci-based congestion at 4017 and 4018. The 4018 level is notable as it is the 50% Fibonacci line of the October 2020 to January 2022 move. And so far today, well, a lower open and a dip to the short medium moving average. But this has held and prices have recovered, though not as far as yesterday's high or close. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives you essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyrights Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.